Welcome to South African Late News. I hope you are good. I'm good. Katie Mackenzie has delivered. You remember that Katie promised to bring the test match between the All Blacks and the Springboks to SABC, and he did just that. So Katie is a man of his word. Most South Africans watch the Springbok versus the All Blacks on SABC for free on Saturday, and they all enjoyed the victory because they were able to watch it together. The final score was just a small margin, 27 to the All Blacks and 31 to the Springboks. So it was very interesting. Just imagine what Katie Mackenzie can do in 5 years if he's able to deliver in such a short space of time. But I'm positive that he will assist the SABC to negotiate for a better deal for the future, since the sports rights are very expensive. He has also delivered transparency within the Ministry of Sports and Arts and Culture. We know that the COVID fund were distributed because of Gaten Mackenzie. Some artists were in the list of the people that got money from government, but now it's clear that they did not get a cent. And thanks to Gaten, now there's an internal investigation to see where did the money go to. So Gaten is truly working. Now he's also trying to help our boxers. Last week he revealed that South African boxers get paid as little as 4,000 rand per fight. Just imagine. And obviously that is nonsense. You can't pay someone so little. So he's going to deal with the corrupt boxing association and help our boxers. You see, in boxing, our boxers, they risk their life because they get hit in the head, and therefore there's a chance of a brain damage in the long run. So K18 is going to fix that, and I'm sure he's going to try and help the corrupt boxing association to get sponsors. That is going to actually help and move our boxing forward. You can actually see that K18 is enjoying his work because he's always carrying a smile and happy. It shows that it's someone that doesn't care about the money, but he only cares about serving the people. So I'm very happy with that. So in my humble opinion, I feel that Gates Mackenzie would be even more effective as a police minister. This is where he's desperately needed. You see, in the sports ministry, he's got a very small budget, so there isn't much that he can do to help more people. So now the move to the Ministry of Police will help the country very much. The Ministry of Police has been underperforming for several years under the ANC government, and we all know that. Nobody can deny it. Clearly, the past ministers had no clue on how to prevent crime from happening. They just react once the crime has been committed, just appear for photo opportunities, and then that's it. Then they talk, but there's no action. We all know about the failures of Patriotic, the previous minister before Zomchuno. I think Gaten will be able to improve the department since he's a former inmate. He's got the contacts, the know-how, as well as he knows exactly how the cartels operate. So it will be easy for him. He will just have to appoint qualified individual to help him in order to stop the crime from occurring in this country. And I think in the world, South Africa has the highest crime rate, and we don't even have the highest population. If you remember, a country like Nigeria, they've got over 100 million people, but they still have less crime rate than us. Okay, some will say their brothers from Nigeria, they come and commit crime, but that's not the point. Our population is very small, so our country should not be number one in the world. So I think Gaten will be able to prevent most crimes from happening. Previously, I spoken about the poor intelligence in our SAPS crime unit. Hence, they are unable to gather information from informants or spies. So that is something that's lacking at the moment. So Gaten would be able to address that as soon as possible. When it comes to crime, you need to have crime intelligence or informants. Those informants can provide information that can prevent crime like cash heist or bank robberies from happening. Once you prevent such crime from happening, then there'll be less cases that go to court, and the court roll will be not this full. So this will help the crime rate to reduce, as well as the NPA. They will have less cases to deal with once we prevent crime from happening. So gating is the man that can do that. Then there's quite a lot of construction mafia, and the current minister has no clue on how to solve it. The construction mafia mainly happens in Durban. Certain businesses have to pay mafia bosses in order to operate their business in peace. Even the likes of Sean Pisan has admitted that she worked with construction mafia so that they do not give her a difficult time. That is very sad indeed, because now our business people have accepted that there are people that are there to just bully them, but now they say, okay, we'll just pay them anyway so we can have peace. That cannot happen in this country, because it is just wrong. So 18 would be able to do that, because he is a man that is not afraid to tackle issues head on. So that's the main thing, that he has to move there, because he's brave. He knows how to do things, and he's got contacts, and he knows how to deal with these cartels. So under him, I think we will be a much safer country, because he knows how to do stuff. And then I'm also positive that Gates will stop this nonsense, because he's tough and he can deal with any challenges that come before him. So in the Western Cape, we've had gang violence for years, and nothing has been improving. The current minister has failed to work with the former gang members, because ex-gang members can provide you with some vital information that can help to prevent the killings that occurs. But the current minister is just lazy and not being proactive. You see him, once the crime has been committed, then you'll see him there taking photos, of which is not wise. There's even been talks of negotiations between the mafias. Eaton would not negotiate with such mafias, because he knows it's not good. Just apply the law and deal with them decisively. And Gates McKenzie once made a point in the past that people are getting killed in South Africa more than the countries where there are war zones, like Ukraine. But you'll find that South Africa's got more death, but there's no war in this country, which is very strange. So the police ministry needs a new minister that is street smart, and there's a lot of informants or spy that can be able to gather information from criminals, thus preventing crime from happening. So I believe Gates McKenzie is that person, and he's got the skills and the know-hows. Plus, you know that Gates won't be intimidated by criminals or cartels or something like that. So 18 also has a track record of delivering. We know that he was a mayor of Central Karoo, and he promised to end the toilet bucket system within first 100 days of his appointment, and he kept his promise and achieved that, and many more good things that were attributed to his leadership style and skill. So in the next cabinet shuffle, I hope that Cyril Ramaphosa will think about it, and then he'll have a chance to change ministers. And the Minister of Police is where he needs to start, because the crime rate is high. So Gates McKenzie needs to take over and fix that. And I believe that Cyril Ramaphosa will reward those best performing ministers with more important ministries, such as police as well as home affairs. But all in all, I think the GNU so far, it's working very well. There hasn't been many issues. I don't think they are fighting or anything, unless it's happening behind the scenes and we don't know. There were raids that were in Durban where they found over 100 illegal foreigners. So that's good. They arrested them. I'm not sure what's going to happen, or if they're going to go to court or they're going to be deported. But as for me, I would prefer that they are deported because our prisons are full anyway, so we cannot absorb them. Just deport them and try and look for more, because 100, it's just a small number. I'm sure there's quite a lot of illegal foreigners that has to be removed from our hijacked buildings, because those buildings, they need to come back to the people, to the owners, or if they are too old, then they need to be destroyed, and then a new structure has to be rebuilt or something like that. But I hope that things will improve, because this country has a huge potential. It's just that our leaders under the ANC were sleeping for the past 30 years, and that's why this country has degenerated. But hopefully, the GNU will bring about the change that is needed in this country. So the people like Gaten McKenzie, they give us hope that a bright future lies ahead. Thank you for watching. Do remember to subscribe to the page. It is called South African Late News. Thank you.